The only people who have been stabilizing oil and gas industry and crisis in Nigeria is the Minister of Labour, GMD of NNPC, and the Permanent Secretary.
And you have made efforts?
We've discussed and we are discussing.
When last did you do that?
We have been talking. There's no time they brought this model she brought. What we are talking about is PIB. When PIB comes and these entities are identified and everybody know exactly what is the value of the NOC, all Nigerians will know this is the cost of investment as of today that NNPC is managing. Then you walk the channel of saying, henceforth, we have given you this. Nothing goes from federal government to you again. Go to the public and raise your fund.
Let me understand, the last time you went to the minister to relay all of this was when?
In the last 6 years I've been president, I think this minister have been there for, I've only seen her twice. She's not accessible. Ministry of Labour, NNPC will normally discuss and we meet from time to time on PIB. The woman has jetted on PIB and no investment in the last 5 years in oil and gas industry upstream sector. Apart from fertilization that's affecting our production, nobody's investing. So you are going to see a systematic decay. As you say, we are borrowing every year to augment for budget. We go and get bond. Time for AMCON to redeem the bond to Nigerians. They said no, they don't have money now. They are managing cash flow. Why will you ask me to invest and time for me to take a decision for my business investment? You decide on your own. We cannot allow them to sell Nigeria heritage. It's good for us to privatize. We need to change our business model, but it's going the wrong way.
It's going the wrong way. You mean by the 3 months it's going the wrong way?
By 3 months, by not telling Nigerians what she's doing, by not having a policy in energy.
All right, let me quote you. You said that the nature in which the government does business in the oil and gas sector is fraught with secrecy. Throw more light on that.
You saw what happened a couple of days ago where the governor of Central Bank said money is missing. It tells you how different agencies of government are working on individual basis. They cannot reconcile. You see where the Minister for Petroleum will give you another information, the finance will give you another something, petroleum will give you another one, and the Accountant General will say another thing. So it tells you that government themselves cannot come out with a position. The Minister of Petroleum referred to Kaludi Kakalu. Why I said secrecy is this? Do you know what we produce on a daily basis? There is no statistics. The governor of Central Bank said this is the number of barrels that has been produced. What the GMD said is different from what the governor said. So you can imagine, but if there is a proper record and transparency, individual people who are following the market can go and look at a daily production that is published, that everybody knows, the income that comes from it, and you can add up on your own and you'll be able to say, no, it's not true. How do you do your acreages? You talk of privatization, you said 3 months. Where is the timetable? Who is monitoring who? What is the value of the assets you want to sell? So the fact remains that initially he said you are going to turn on maintenance. If I'm selling a product, everybody knows that if you have value used vehicle, anytime you spend money on it to repair it, by the time you want to sell it, you will not get the same value you will get. So government must let people participate in governance. Democracy is not because of election for people to get to office. It's for us to determine how our country must be governed. And the minister has gotten it wrong.
Very well, we understand that point of view, but then we'll talk about the alternatives open for you. When we come back, we're still with National President of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, John Oscar.
That there appears to be a clear contradiction between the position of the Minister and that of the Director General of the Bureau of Enterprise with regard to the privatization of refineries, as the latter stated that the nation's refineries would be available for privatization after the Petroleum Industry Bill has been passed into law. Disturbed that the minister's action seems to be in isolation of what the regulatory authorities, that is the National Council on Privatization and the BPE, had resolved on the matter. Further disturbed that the Sahara reporters of Tuesday, November 26, 2013, alleged that 4 friends of the Minister of Petroleum are being schemed to emerge as preferred bidders by any means necessary, I quote, which development should not be easily dismissed, given her seeming desperation to execute this agenda as an aftermath of the resolution of the House on the report of the ad hoc committee on fuel subsidy.
Welcome back. We're still with the National President of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association, Comrade Babatunde Ogun. You're welcome again.
Thank you very much.
Well, we left off with, of course, the pending strike and all of the actions you plan to take. But now, considering the alternatives that might be open for you, have you explored any? And of course, you know the ripple effects this is going to have on Nigerians. At the time you want to embark on this strike, a lot of people would probably get stranded trying to get back to their places of residence. Have you considered all of this?
I think as a Nigerian, I sympathize with Nigerians, but it is not a matter to sympathize. It's time for Nigerians to stay. We want to stay in our house and will not allow somebody to come and sell our heritage. Because the way we are going to sell all we have acquired and saved. Just like foreign reserve has gone, we pay debt, the debt is growing. Then before we wake up, they will sell all these assets, share to tiers of government, is spent. So what will happen to your children and grandchildren? So I think no sacrifice is too much.
Did it have to be on the first week of January?
If you are told that your father or mother or child has been attacked somewhere, if you are going to wait her home for the child to come and tell you what has happened, maybe you will not meet that child. So the first thing you do is to run to that place and see how you can stop the danger if it's not bad. So a danger is coming. And so if you are going to celebrate and come back, it might be too late. So somebody has gone to look for trouble where there's no trouble. And the minister needs to retract whatever she has said and give Nigerians the confidence that nobody is touching the refineries until we have PIB and the model is done. We are not going to go to government to be begging them because we all own those assets. We elected them to manage the industry and the country, but not to mismanage. There's no alternative than for the president or the minister herself to tell Nigerians that, because it's not about telling us, it's telling Nigerians.
But they have put machinery in motion to at least look at this intensively.
The machinery they put is to engage, but that statement has not been retracted. So we have to go back to the basis. The woman should go and tell Nigerians that she made a mistake because there are something on ground for oil and gas industry. It's not a selective. Oil and gas industry is not about power. It's not about selling telecommunication. It's a different ball game. So the minister should tell Nigerians, so Nigerians can hold us in trust. We cannot sign an agreement the one has to sign several times not implemented. We have agreements about 6, 7 on this refinery chain between Pencasa and no Pencan government. And if you see all those ones, you'll be shocked about the minister that wake up. So even if you make your decision, why have you not consulted people?
Well, the House is currently probing the planned sales.
I will not wait for House because House is doing their own responsibility as tiers of government. I'm representing my people, oil and gas workers and Nigerian people, which we are working for.
But the attention you needed is coming. So what are you talking about?
We are not saying attention has not stopped. But what we're asking for is like, take a statement that is on hold. Federal government has not said that. Several times National Assembly have given directives and things like that, and government goes ahead and do what they want to do. National Assembly will be talking and you come back and prove already is owned. Before you go, you have legal issues in your hand. So let the government make it known to the entire world that no, we are having the plan. We are trying to just sensitize people, investors to be getting ready that is going to happen.
Now let's now look at the state of refineries. How does it stand in your opinion?
Yeah, well, see, kudos to NNPC workers and the leadership of government, NNPC for now. A lot of improvement has happened to the refineries, but you will be shocked that terminal maintenance material bought are stocked in the warehouse. They didn't fix them. So what is the essence of buying the material? You stock them in reserve for your cronies that will buy the refinery. So after 3 or 4 months, you just quickly, or 6 months, you do internal maintenance. You said they didn't work before, we cannot work. It's a systematic design to make sure that they frustrate Nigerians and be able to own these assets in their name for their children and grandchildren while Nigerians die in scarcity. You go all over the world, you know cost of communication. Is that the same cost here? So the fact remains that if you start producing oil here, it's supposed to be an advantage. At least fine, it might not be the same price we are buying it, but there'll be that difference between here and importing it. But what they want to do now is for their cronies to own the refinery and determine the price.
Why are you absolutely sure?
Of course.
It's a crony thing.
Where have you gone in the world that government does not have stake in whatever that's happening? When you have an NOC and private people have maybe 51%, and federal government is having 49%. You see that in board. Nigerians buy out of that